Right, Matt Porter is here from Matt Porter Web Design. He's based at Innovation Martlesham on Ad Astral Park, and he is our regular Monday, sometimes Tuesday, but regular Monday gadget guru. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. You've seen these big old signs you drive in?
I have, along
Kesgrave into
Main
Ipswich,
Road, yeah. I noticed the other day, I drove past there and it had the sign was lit up saying sign being tested or testing in progress.
Yeah.
Now it talks about congestion around town. Actually, I find things like that quite useful, especially with Ipswich, because it does seem to get snarled up very quickly. So any pre-warning is good. Which is
why several people earlier on were asking for a northern bypass for Ipswich, but clearly not enough to raise it up the political agenda.
But it's always going to be frustrating for people if it's right outside where they are and things like that, because it's unwanted. But I find them quite useful if they're used correctly.
Okay. Not putting the football scores up or anything like that? Or
well, what, depressing people?
Put the karaoke thing up there,
well,
maybe.
Could do, yeah,
put the karaoke lyrics up as people are driving. Give you something to think about, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You've given me a light bulb this week to look at, haven't you?
I have, yes. This is the this week. I thought I'd feature something a little bit more, a bit quirky.
Yeah, we're coming to that time of the year where there'll be a lot of quirky things.
Yes,
you know, gadgets for men.
That's
and
right.
Women in the run up to Christmas
and run up to. Did you just say the C word?
I did. I'm afraid. Yes. Yes.
So yeah, these kind of things, and also this.
I'm not a C word denier. That's fine.
This kind of gadget would be quite good for that time of the year as well, where people are getting ready to go to parties and evenings out and things like that.
It's called the MiniSun speaker bulb.
Yes, it is a Bluetooth LED speaker bulb. So what it is, because technology in bulbs has changed now, and we're now moving into LED bulbs. The LED lights have got good enough, bright enough that they can start replacing what you have.
I've got them in my camper, LED bulbs.
They're great.
They're really bright.
They are very bright. So because of that, they also take up a lot less space. So what this bulb is, although it's slightly larger than your average bulb, it's actually a Bluetooth speaker in the base, and then the bulb takes up, the bulb head, if you like, takes up, I think, like a semicircular type dome at the end of it. So it looks kind of like a big light bulb, apart from the red band around it. But basically what it is a speaker which you connect to your...
So I would put this into my light fitting as normal.
Yep, it has a...
Can you switch it on and off as a normal bulb?
You can. It has a bayonet fitting, and there is also one that's a screw-in fitting, so you can have one or the other.
Yep.
You plug it in as normal, you switch it on using your normal light switch, and it goes boop, 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 makes a noise to say that its Bluetooth is ready to be connected to, and the light comes on. Now this particular...
But you can still just use it as a light bulb?
You could. This particular one is a colour changing bulb.
Okay.
So once switched on, it will cycle through the colours of the spectrum, which looks very pretty.
Yep.
That's what its intended use is for.
Okay.
So it's for playing music through it with nice light show going on. It's not the colours aren't triggered by the music or anything like that. It just pulses through.
So once it's connected then to the Bluetooth, I can get my mobile device and I can sync it to this light bulb.
You can.
And so music will come out of this?
Yeah, you then play your music through your phone as you would, but it comes out of the speaker, which is plugged into the light socket, to the bayonet fitting.
Right.
Yes, so it's a way of kind of playing music. I thought of it, again, I always seems to come back to one of my children, but I thought my son likes music when he goes to bed at night, and he also likes stimulation from the lights and stuff like that. I thought he'd kind of like it. As it turns out, he's more interested in having no light in his room and music. But my daughter thought it was quite quirky as well. So this is more of a fun device because it's got the colour changing. You can't stop it from pulsing those colours. However, you can buy a white version which just shows as a normal light, which would work as a normal bulb. Yeah, and it's up to you if you want to connect.
So this would look quite good in my man cave then.
Yes, it would. Yeah, if you were thinking. One of my eldest son, I was on Skype to him in Ireland the other day, and I had it switched on behind me for a joke, and he said it was like being at a slow rave.
That's a That's about my thing. Slow rave.
So it's kind of like a quirky device. I thought it was a bit of fun. I like the idea of having to be able to play music through it, because phones normally aren't up to the job of
the
playing
speaker's
music.
not very good, are they?
Great.
No.
So it's a little bit better than that. It's obviously not super hi-fi, but it's still quite loud, and you can adjust it. £15, about £14.99. So pretty reasonable, really, for what it is. It's a nice device.
Okay. I bet James Hazel would like one of these, wouldn't you?
I love the name of it, MiniSun.
Yes, that's the brand. That's the brand.
Can I have a
name,
little look? Can I have a little gander? Oh, look at that! It looks cool, doesn't it? How bright is it, though, Matt? I mean, will it light a room up?
It would do if the white one would be as bright as a normal low energy bulb, but because it's a coloured pulsing light, then it's going to give that nice ambience type lighting.
And you can control it from your phone.
You can.
You can ring it up and say go off.
You can control it in as much as you can play music through it. You can't change the colours or anything.
Play music through it.
Yeah, it's quite clever, really.
Brilliant.
So there you go.
Could you play the James Hazel show through it?
Could you do that?
You could.
Because you could stream it offline.
You could, yeah. That would probably be perhaps that would be the acid test.
I'll tell you what, it'd be so funny though, wouldn't it? You'd have music coming out of your light bulb, and if people didn't know,
yeah.
What's happening
How's
there?
that picked that up?
Yeah, what's going on there?
That'd be great fun, wouldn't it?
Or you could record yourself and talk to people in a room, and they wouldn't know where the voice was coming from.
I was kind of doing that where I was in the other room, and my daughter was sitting there playing with a tablet, and I started turning the volume up and down, and she would be complaining in the other room that I was spoiling her concentration
again.
So
Is that
great.
Child cruelty going on there?
No.
That is the gadget this week. It's the MiniSun colour-changing Bluetooth-activated speaker bulb. More details from thegadgetman.org.uk, thegadgetman.org.uk, and that's where Matt's reviews are, and you can read them all in full on there.
You can indeed, yes.
Yep, and it's a good read as well. Thegadgetman.org.uk. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Just make sure you get the bulb back.